Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is So We Mary, and today we're making this ruffle, which you just see on the picture on the thumbnail. This off shoulder ruffle. So I have here with me my dog face satin and organza fabric. You can use different fabric for this ruffle, but we're actually using organza on this particular tutorial. So the more organza you use, the more fabric you use for your ruffle, the more it comes out. So but the minimum you can use is about, let's say, 4 yards. 4 yards to give you, it can be managed, but the more you use, more fuller your ruffle will be. So this dog face is actually our base where we will be attaching our organza to. So what I need on this dog face is just half yard of it, and the length I'm working with is 46 inches. So I'll put this on fold. With the length. I'll take the length I'm working with. So I actually took the length of 46, that including sewing allowance, to sew the sides. Then I took the width of 4.5 inches. You can use more, you can use 5, you can use 6, depends on what you want. So but this particular tutorial is 4.5 inches I'm using as my width. So, and mind you, this 46 inches is not standard. This is round my up shoulder, so it's not standard. You measure whatever you want to do this ruffle on and use that measurement. So at this point I've cut it out. So this is how it will look like. So go to our sewing machine and sew this part with 1/2 inch. We'll keep this aside and work on our organza now. We have 4.5 yards on this organza. So what we do, we take the organza not on the length side, we take it on the width. Be folding on the width, fold from one end to the other end, which is from one service to the other service, not on the length, on the width. We will be dividing this 4.5 inches into two. So if you divide into two, it will still give you your 4.5, because the side at which we are dividing it is on the width. So you see what I'm doing here. So it's on the width, you divide into two. So when you divide it into two, you still have your 4.5 inches. So I'll just divide that part into two. Please, if you like the video, if you've watched this far, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and put on your notification bell so when I upload any new video you get notified. So at this point I've split it into two. I've divided the organza fabric into two. So I now have 4.5, 4.5. So what you do is you joined the other one to this, making it 9 inches in total, 9 yards in total, sorry. So we slit it at the width, so you still maintaining your 4.5. So it will now give you, if you now we are joining it back, not on the side we slitted, but on the width part, so making it 9 yards. So that is what we do. So I will join it. After joining, I will sew on the we just join that part to make it 9 yards. Then after we should fold on your width again. You see what I'm doing? Then you go and sew just as you did on the base. You go and close up this end with 1/2 inch all through to the end of the 9 yards. So you sew 1/2 inch all through to the end of the 9 yards. Then iron it. I will do that, iron it, and show you. So this is it. This is the base. I've sewed it with half of an inch. Iron it neatly. You have to iron your sewing, the part at which you sewed it. You put it at the middle. It shouldn't be on at the upper part. It should be at the middle. So just look closely. You see what I did here. So I did the same on the organza. See, you after sewing, iron that sewing part at the middle. It should be at the middle. See how it is. So it will be on the middle, not on the side. So this how it will be all through the organza, just as I did to the base. That is what you do to the organza fabric also. So the next thing now, we'll start marking our lines at which we draw our gathers on, that will run our gather stitches on. And the line at which we'll be using, you can use 9 inches, 10, depends on what you want to use, but this I'm using 8 inches, which is from one width to another is 8 inches I'll be using. So I'll mark that 8 inches all through this organza. But from the beginning, I'll be leaving 1 inch at the first part of it. So I will mark 8 inches all through. So the more you use, the more fuller it becomes. So if you use 10 inches, you have a bigger ruffle. So I believe the least you can use is 6 inches. So 6 will not be more though, but 6 inches is the least. So at this beginning, I will just take 1 inch. That 1 inch will be used to attach to the zipper part at the back. Then you also use that to turn it out to cover your rough edges. So from that, I won't touch that part. I'll start marking my 8 inches from there. 8 inches all through this 9 yards organza. So I did the same on the base. I marked 8 inches all through. If you watch closely, you see 8 inches. You can see the lines all through the 9 yards organza. See how it is 8 inches all through, 8 inches all through. Then on the base, what I did was to mark 1.5 inches. You can use 2 inches, you can use 1 inches, but it's advisable you measure the lines at which you have on your organza for you to know the lines to mark on your base, because each line goes to each line on the base. So I use 1 inches, 1.5 inches on my base. So what you do is to go and roll your gather stitches. You run gather stitches on this 8 inches line. You gather it to the base. But you can also, there are several ways of doing it. You can also just pick it this way. Go to your sewing machine, start printing it on that line at which you draw the chalk. You watch what I'm doing. You can just put it on your machine and start sewing on top of it by printing it. If you find that easy, you can do that. If you find running your lines first, which your gather stitches, drawing it, then before you start sewing on your base, whichever one you find convenient to you, so that is what you do. But on this particular video, I actually just picked it up, print it on my base like so. That was what I did all through the 9 yards together with the base. So I will do that and show you how it look like. If you find it easy to run gather stitches on all the lines and gather it, you do. But at this beginning, if you have a selvage mesh, a interlocking machine, you can just put it at the up like so, then you weave. But if you don't, you gather that first edges, sew it. Watch what I'm doing. Sew it this way inside. Then when you flip art. You won't be seeing the rough edges before you start printing your 8 inches on each lines. So I will go and do that to all the line, each lines. That is what you do to all. So I'll show you how it looks like. So this is it. I'm done with it. Though it takes time, not much time though. So this is how it comes out. Very beautiful, very nice. So this is the back part of it. See how neat it is. Very neat. So with it, if you find it easy running gather stitches on all the lines before sewing into your base, you do it that way. Whichever way you find easy, that is what you do. So this is the gown I want to put the ruffle on. You can actually put this ruffle on the upper part of your off shoulder, the lower part of your gown, which is on the length side, whichever part you like on it, because it really comes out beautiful on any part of your fabric of your gown. So but this particular video, I will be putting it on the upper part, just as you saw that picture earlier. It was around the off shoulder, so you can as well put it on the lower part, but this particular one is just on the upper part. Whichever way you like it, you do. So please, if you find this video helpful, give me a thumbs up